like really, really fat in it. And I was like, I really don't want to do the diabetes awareness shirt where I feel like I do right now. Like, so I definitely, I had to put on a sweater. I wasn't doing it. I couldn't do it. So we'll see how I feel in a couple weeks. We'll try again. We'll
We
try
all
again.
know somebody with diabetes. I work with
Yeah.
somebody who's a big wrestling fan that has the beatus.
I mean, I've got type two. I mean, that's the kind you earn, not the kind God gives you. So, but luckily for me, unlike people with type one, which is what that shirt's all about, I earn it. I can give it back. You know what I
You can
mean?
give
I
it
just
back,
got
right?
to work hard. So I'm well on that path.
Um,
So
so this week, not a Bloody Mary. Forgot to get Clamato, forgot to get vodka
yeah.
because I had surgery on Thursday, oral surgery, and I haven't been able to think right until today. So I made a chelada. I had some Clamato juice DoorDash to my house, and it's me. You know there's beer in the house. So I did
Yeah.
that, a couple of this, a little of that, some soy sauce, and I got a homemade chelada.
Well, I didn't have beer in the house, so I actually went to the store with the intention of getting stuff for dinner tonight, which is going to be fajita. So that's going to be dope.
Oof.
Um,
I
yeah,
still
I'm gonna
can't
do it
eat
on a
solid
flat top.
food.
Oh, sorry about it. I won't bring it up again. But I told myself to get tomato juice or tomato juice, whatever, and I didn't. I completely forgot. So we're doing vodka and water with Crystal Light. Unlike
There you
Tyler,
go.
Tyler thought I was just taking vodka and water to the face all day over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you, my mom? Fuck.
That's that's like that
Mom.
level of yeah. She knows she's up there. She's kicking it. That level of like desperation of drink is something I'm not willing to admit to. So I got to
No.
have a little flavor in there. I can't just go straight water and vodka. So I'm
And then
holding on.
this
I'm
week's
holding tight.
shirt is who John Cena's last opponent should have been. Edge.
Well, and
I don't
hey, I
think I've
mean,
worn this. I don't think I've worn
I,
this.
I don't think so either. I'm just rocking the kayfabe because we already talked about that. But it's still possible, man. They talked about it last night. I don't know what if it's in your news or anything like that, but that tournament, they said there's going to be a few people that don't even work there. We could be
I think
surprised.
I think they were talking about Joe Hendry and maybe like Ortiz.
Maybe, yeah, yeah, and I could see that being an opportunity. Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
could be a
We'll
wild
talk.
opportunity to bring somebody back. If Jericho or somebody like that was looking to come back.
That would be
So,
really cool too. There's still no word on that Jericho situation at all.
which is what makes me believe that maybe there's some legs to it. Because they're
Yeah,
keeping that really tight to the vest. And this would be the time. And everybody thinks it's Gunther. Everybody thinks that's going to be the guy that's going to face him. So who knows?
yeah. I'm down for this tournament though. I fully
Uh huh.
support it. Fully agree. I love that it's this. Somebody has to earn it. We're gonna get a
Yeah.
build up because with only two
Yeah.
appearances left, and we know one of them is Boston and the other one is his final match. I was like, we talked about it on the show. There's not going to be a
Hmm.
build up. Granted, there didn't need to be, but this way
Right.
we're getting one. So it's
Yeah.
like extra credit.
And it makes sense. I almost could have seen them doing the whole like um, replicating the Kurt Angle moment and having him just come out at Saturday Night Main Event and say, "Who wants to come out and fight me?" and having somebody come out like that'd been dope too.
Right. It could
But
have been
I think
not.
that yeah, I think this though. I think this is the way to go. The way they're doing it.
Oh,
I'm with
definitely.
it.
So before we get into our first part, which we are gonna recap Saturday night's main event, grade the matches and grade the show, but our countdown this week is matches that have never happened that we wish would have. We'll come up with a better name for it at some point, but we did our
Yeah,
top 10 dream matches basically.
but that also could never happen. Like for the most part, these are matches that just can't happen. So like we're never
No,
gonna get to see these.
well,
Right.
yeah, no, because I got people on this list in other promotions, people with age gaps that are ridiculous. Most of these guys
Yeah.
are retired or dead. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we got
Yeah. I
some.
think mine pretty well stick to the idea that like this could never happen, and a lot of my stuff crosses generations. So it's
Yeah,
like you know years ago versus people I'd like to see him go up against now.
yeah. I have some. I got some from different eras. I got some from different eras and different promotions. I got some that were the same age and the same promotion and never tied up.
Cross paths.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all over the board on this one. I think you're gonna like it.
All right, man. It'll be fun. That's the point of this, man. It's kind of whatever categories you want it to be, so to
Yeah, and
speak.
this was Adam's too, by the way. This was Adam's idea, and I immediately fell in love with it when I got the text
Yeah.
message for it. I right away my gears started turning. I was like, God, that would be a good match. I had to cut
Well,
it down to 10.
yeah. I mean, we were working, and Marissa's helped me with quite a few of these. So, but it's like, what happened was I was on X, and I saw like they had like fantasy matchups, but it was like wrestlers versus other combat artists or other people. So like,
Okay,
like it was
Conor
like
McGregor versus X, Y, and Z, or
whoever, yeah, or like Tyson or Muhammad Ali versus somebody, stuff like that. And I was
yeah,
like, man, how fun would it be just to like say like we know this could never happen. We know this isn't a possibility. So let's book it. Like let's book straight up legitimate fantasy matchups. Like this can only be found in a fantasy kind of thing. So, and hey, we're gonna do it.
all right, shit.
And
Well,
we'll
let's
maybe
show.
even have a name for
Yeah, we don't even have a name for it.
it.
Let's show our shots this week. Not fan suggested
Okay.
shots, but our
No.
wives chose our shots this week.
Yeah. This could be the widower shot week, right? This is where our wives try to kill us with whatever they wanted to give us.
Yeah, well,
So
one of these, yeah, definitely.
yeah.
I
So
have Dr. McGillicuddy's apple pie. Never had it. I love the Gillicuddies
okay.
though. I love the
All right.
Gillicuddies. And then I have, I swear I've had this one early episodes, but Bird Dog's salted caramel flavored whiskey.
You have, yeah.
I
You've had
have,
that.
right?
Yeah. That's a
Did
good
I
one.
like
Yeah.
it? I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't think I did. I'm not a big caramel guy,
But
so I don't know.
but I remember having it.
Fans watching
Well,
the show, did I like it or not? I'm sure I gagged like I gag on all of them, so nobody's really gonna
due
know.
to the end of the baseball season, which is my saddest day. We're gonna go with another hit and run. This is actually my wife's rum that I think I've been drinking more of than her. Sorry about it. And then because baseball was the thing that me and my grandma did, that was our love together. We're gonna do a little shot to my grandma today. We're gonna do some Terramana tequila. That one is the widower shot of the bunch because I hate tequila so much, and
God,
it never gets better anytime I do it.
I've yeah, no, I don't like tequila at all. I'm gonna
Mm.
start with apple pie. That's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna start with
All right,
apple
I'll start with the tequila. We'll get grandma out of the way.
pie. Yeah.
She likes to hang around otherwise. I might
Ooh,
say some reckless stuff.
this smells really good.
I'm glad for you. I know exactly what these smell like 'cause I've had both of them, and I'm not looking forward to either. So, all right, here we go.
All right, to our wives.
To our wives.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man, that is absolutely foul.
Ooh, huh. Hey, okay.
This shot,
Lots of
this shot's
emotions.
why I brought this ghost up here. Hey, ghost, you want to sponsor us, please, and thank you.
Ooh,
Uh,
they're not gonna
I know my
sponsor us for my faces.
listen, my boss. I have to TikTok this because my boss she followed us on TikTok, so we're
No
screwed
way.
now. hmm Yeah, she's the one I get all the ghosts from normally.
You're probably
Her
fired.
husband, her husband works for Dr. Pepper, so.
Oh,
Well,
that's
now I
sick.
just gotta be a little bit more careful on those TikToks I put out. Make sure it shines you in a bad light, not me.
All right, Saturday night's main event
Oh, hold on,
started with Drew
hold on, hold
McIntyre
on.
versus. Oh,
Yep, sorry. I got one of the hunting ones now, so crack that bad boy open.
we will crack into a cold one and get into this recap of what I thought was a very, very amazing show.
Well, okay. Now, did you think it was amazing because of the show or because of the end of the show?
We'll find out.
Yeah, I bet we will.
So we started the show with Drew McIntyre versus Cody. And if you didn't watch SmackDown, SmackDown ended with McIntyre putting Cody through that table. And right away, when he did that, I was like, he's going to lose. He's
hmm
going to lose. And then he even
Yeah.
posted to Twitter saying everybody believes in superstitions, but I don't. It's like, well, you should, Drew, because you lost. Um, no champions advantage for this match was the agreed upon terms, which I thought was cool because
Yep.
Cody's been a little mischievous, I guess we could say. Good match. Nice table spot. Botch in the corner played off as a knee injury by Cody, which I thought was like such quick thinking. The
Yeah.
ref was out of place. The ref was in the way. And
Yeah.
Cody played off that knee injury so good. And then a ref bump allows Drew to grab the belt out of the, but it backfires, and Cody dodges it. And again on this run, Cody's integrity is in question. DDTing Drew onto the title and then hitting the crossroads to win. This is
Yep.
not the first, second, or third time we've seen Cody do heelish stuff as the babyface of the company. I'm kind of here for
Yeah.
I think this is all building up to Cody versus Orton, and I think we're not going to get a heel Orton versus Cody. I think we might get a heel Cody versus Orton.
Yeah. I mean, my only critique on this, and it's very minor, but it's just I would have liked to see that that spot be a little bit more deliberate. You know, like if we're gonna have Cody be, hinting at being a heel, I kind of wanted to see it be more. He set the title up. He went
Yeah,
down. It just kind of it seemed a little.
it's done really fast.
It was fast and it seemed a little wonky. Like I could have easily believed he missed the title as much as I believe he hit him on the title. And I think
Yeah,
that was I don't like the ambiguity of that. I think earlier in the process, if the first couple times, sure, make it a little bit ambiguous, make it a little bit like, did he mean to do that, or was that an accident? Like I'm
yeah,
okay with that, but I think we're at the point now where it's got to start like it's got to be more intentional. Like he's got to be like he did that on purpose, kind of thing. So
I agree.
yeah,
I do. I
but
really do agree with that. Um,
literally my only critique of the match. I thought it was a good match.
it was very good, and I was.
Yeah.
I mean, no, granted, my daughter, huge Cody Rhodes fan, obviously cheering for Cody and was not enjoying the fact that I was cheering for Drew during this match. But this is 9 title matches now that Drew's lost. Is that right? 9?
Yeah, yeah, it's rough.
That's
It's rough. I'm not a big. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I will say, I mentioned it was probably the like weirdest thing, but like when Cody was standing there with the championship, his jacket on, like the whole look, I was like, man, he looks good. Like that was like him with the championship and then the jacket, like the whole color scheme. I was like, Cody looks like a champion right now. And Drew looked like what we would always consider kind of that heel that's gonna lose.
yeah,
It like it felt like that from the beginning. It felt like
yeah,
you're looking at a transcendent champion and a really good heel, but a guy who's never going to get over the top again,
yeah.
unfortunately.
It is really bothering me, man. He needs his due, and I don't know if he's
Yeah.
got to go back to Monday Night Raw and start chasing down Punk. But
I almost feel like he's a guy that should be able to like even maybe I don't know. They got to find something else for him to do for a while. Like he's
even a
got to
minor title. Go
like
for the U.S. Go
maybe
for
mid card
Intercontinental.
title or even like leading a faction, just something. He's got to do something. He's got to do something different for a while that like has him still chasing the overall goal, but allows him not to be in the title picture for a little bit,
Yeah,
and then let him come back stronger. Because I think after this loss, it's kind of buried him a little bit, unfortunately.
I thought the last loss buried him. This one is just
I
patting the dirt on
Yeah,
top of the grave.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
I
And
did give
and I
it
think we saw
4 out of 6.
I same. Yeah, 4 out of 6 for me
And
too. And I think we already saw what I believe will probably be the WrestleMania matchups in that ad. I mean, I think that ad told us what we're going to get, right? You've got whether it be Cody versus Brock and Roman versus Punk, or Brock versus Punk and Cody versus Roman. I don't know what you're going to get, but I think those
I
four are going to be
I hope
involved.
it's the first one that you said because we've seen Cody
Yeah,
versus Roman enough, and I
yeah,
have it on DVD. Punk going against Lesnar, which although a great match,
right.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
haven't
I
seen
mean,
a 1-on-1 with Roman and Punk yet.
yeah, and there's a lot of, I mean, there's a lot in there. I mean, You got to think that whoever the Money in the Bank person, whoever that person is going to be, may get involved. And I have a feeling that may be our boy LA Knight this year. So,
There,
you
Money in the
know,
Bank's done until next year after Mania.
is it after? Oh, it
Yeah.
is after because
Yep.
they already went
Naomi
through.
and Seth. Naomi and Seth, and they're both gone.
Oh crap!
Like
I
it's the
forget
curse
about
of the
that.
2025 Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I forget about that. That's stupid.
It's like a legit
Well, then
curse.
maybe a Royal Rumble winner. You got to think of who
Rumble
that
winner.
Royal Rumble
Yes.
winner is going to be. Maybe that's our boy LA Knight, and then somehow one of those other guys gets involved in whatever match he picks, which would make sense, for LA Knight because he can't get a clean
Yeah.
sweep. So
Personally, I want LA Knight versus Punk. And even if Punk loses, LA Knight's my number two. He's my second favorite guy in the whole company.
yeah,
Like
well,
I want this match. They've been building it
and
for
I
how long now?
and I could see us getting an LA Knight Punk, and then you throw in Roman or Brock too, just to piss people off. One of those two would really, really piss
Four
people off.
times.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I see what you're
it would
saying.
it would
Like
piss
make
people
it a
off.
triple threat.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought
yeah,
you
yeah,
were
yeah.
talking about
Somehow.
Roman and Brock a fourth time at Mania. I'm like,
Oh,
nobody
no,
wants
no, no. I don't want to see that. I'm saying you take one of those two guys and you add them to that match just to make people mad, and it
oh yeah.
really would get some heat.
Yeah, it would. I think the only one that would fit would be Roman, though. I don't really. Brock's not. Is this that whole the feet walking and the
Hmm.
twitters and this and that? I thought we were going to get something on Raw, and here it was just all a big build up for the WrestleMania poster, which
Yeah,
was kind of a letdown. It was a bad way for WWE to set that up. Poster's
yeah. Well,
cool.
I think it's all, yeah, poster's fine. I mean, it's Bloodline 2.0, but like I feel like the reason that it sucked was because everybody got up ahead of themselves. If they'd have just let
Yeah,
it play out, it was pretty clear pretty quickly what that was going to be. But it's just I think people got a little bit too worked up and too excited about it to
right.
begin with. But yeah, it's there's a lot of people out there that are sitting out there that haven't been in the WWE for a while, haven't been around for a while, that could make a return. And we're getting really close to that buildup. I mean, you got War Games. We still don't know what's going to happen with that. Who's going to be what? I really hope they don't lay a dud on this one. But War Games is coming up, and then after that, you really got to think we're marching towards WrestleMania from there. So
That's true. Um, yeah, and the second match of the night. I'm curious what you think about this because it happened so fast.
yeah,
Um,
I can even kind of. I mean, we'll just give it this. I mean, we're talking about Brock Lesnar. Jade Cargill went full Brock Lesnar on Tiffany Stratton. I mean, Tiffany put up a fight, which almost annoyed me even a little bit because it's like if you're gonna let her squash her, squash her,
yeah,
But Tiffany put up a fight for a little bit. But this was, by all intents and purposes, this was a squash match by Jade.
that's
Jade
what I have
beat
written
the
right
living
here.
hell.
Squashed by Jade.
Yeah, yeah, she beat
Tiffany
the
was
living hell out of
champion.
Tiffany.
Yeah, Tiffany was champion for 302 days, only losing one time all year, and
Yep.
she got squashed by Jade.
Well, yeah, when you're a champ, you can only
Very
lose
clean
once.
match. No mistakes or anything. Just I was expecting like a drag out like knuckle dragon brawl, and what we got was
No,
a
I almost
Brock Lesnar asked Jade Cargill coming out and whooping some ass.
but I almost think that this is a couple things. Like they did a good job of keeping Tiffany strong, so to speak, by making it more about her knee injury and less about her ability in
Right.
that moment. Which I don't think anybody would disagree that Tiffany in the ring so far has been way better than Jade in the ring so far.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I'll give
like
it
just
that.
in
Yeah.
her career. Yeah, I don't, and that's no disrespect to Jade. Tiffany, I think, is just
No,
operating at a really
Jade's
high
great
level.
too.
So
They're both
yeah, yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And they were
100%.
clean. You called
Yes,
it,
I
man.
thought
They
it
were
was a very
clean.
clean match for how quick it was. And another
Yeah.
thing with how quick this match was, I was like, we're gonna get a long ass match out of one of these last two.
See, and I didn't feel like any of them went all that long. I felt that was
No,
the thing about this. I felt like
but
the
that's
whole
what I
card,
thought. That was what I thought in the
yeah, the
moment. I
whole
was like,
card,
oh, man. But
and
yeah, I
even
thought
the,
for the most part it was spread pretty evenly, and everybody got decent time.
yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like everybody, nobody overstayed their welcome in this one, and that happens a lot, in
Yeah,
these cards. When you only have four matches, I feel like some matches just take forever for no reason. I felt like all these matches went exactly how long they needed to. Um, But that I think that's going to be an interesting move forward with Jade Cargill. I want to see who's who's going to step up, what kind of champion she's going to be. Is she going to be more of a fight every week style champion, kind of like I felt like Tiffany fought a lot,
Yeah,
when
she
she
did.
was champ. I felt like she fought a lot. Um, the record that they talked about in the next match, I was kind of shocked by. I would have thought Tiffany won the most matches of any champion, but come to find out, it's Dom. Dom is the
Um,
winningest champion. That's
what
crazy. So
what did you rate the match?
it's kind of crazy. I think I went a 4 again. I think this was a
I
really
did
good
three and a
match.
half. Yeah, I
Yeah,
did three
good,
and a
not
half.
great. 4,
Yep.
3.5. Yep.
So as you were saying, the next match is Penta versus Rusev versus Dirty Dom for the Intercontinental Championship. Go on with what you were saying. Dom has the most
Yeah,
title
Dom's just he's
defenses.
won the most. He's most wins by any champion this year.
Oh, most
And
wins.
I
Okay.
think I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And or most defenses, whatever it was. I mean, Dom has wrestled a lot,
He's a
which
workhorse.
is which is crazy for him being a Judgment Day guy. You know what I mean? Like that, they're traditionally they don't defend their titles, and it's it just goes to say again, like I've said over and over and over all year, Dominic is the best wrestler in WWE right now. I think he's the best character. I think he's the best in the ring, and I think he's the most box office. The guy's a double champ for Mexico and the Intercontinental title, and I don't see him going anywhere. And I don't think this match changed my thoughts on it. I think he showed up. All
Oh,
three of
really?
these guys were phenomenal, but Dom showed up in this.
Yeah. What I have written is great match. First thing I've written.
Yeah.
Dom was taken out for most of the match, honestly, with Penta and Rusev back and forth. Penta off the top rope got caught with that Machka kick again. Dude, I could
Hmm.
see that move every day and it won't get old.
And
Penta
yeah,
takes
as
that
long as
so
it's those two
good.
doing it, those
Yeah,
two doing it, I'll
exactly.
never be mad about it.
Um,
Dom with the ring bell though, that was gold.
dude, I'm getting into it. I'm getting
Oh
into
yeah,
it.
I love that man. I was hyped.
Before that, though, Dom did try another Eddie Guerrero chair spot with the ref laughing at him and saying, Dom, it's a no DQ match. It's a triple threat. I thought it was so funny that not only Rusev was smiling and laughing, but the ref was.
Yeah,
And then that led into that when with Rusev on all fours, Penta jumping up on Rusev's back and hitting a Canadian destroyer off his back. Dude, that spot. Like I
yeah.
yelled and I freaking had surgery and like vibrations in my mouth that are too loud really hurt right now. Dude, I thought I was gonna start bleeding. I thought that spot was so cool. Um,
Yeah,
Penta hits a huge Penta driver on Rusev, and can we just say Rusev sold the hell out of this? He jumped.
yeah,
That was the highest Penta driver I've ever seen. You see how high
yeah.
and big old Rusev using those big ass frog leg
Well,
muscles he's got. Jumped
and
so high.
to go back to really quick to go back to the Cody Drew match. That was something I said in the Drew match. I was like, Drew's too big to be put in the crossroads. Like it doesn't look good. Like it did not look cool when he put it in. And then you get to this, and I'm like, oh well, I guess Rusev isn't too big to be put in the Penta driver because that was
No,
amazing.
and I thought it was gonna be one of those ones where they're like the top of their hair scrapes like the mat.
Hmm.
Rusev was all the
Yeah,
way
no,
through his
it was,
transition before he was a foot 2 feet away from the ground.
yeah, it was legit. It was legit.
And then
Um,
as the match went on, Rusev has Penta in the accolade, and all of a sudden the bell rings. The ref looks confused. Rusev's cheering. Penta's trying to regain consciousness. And
yeah,
that's when you look over, and who's ringing the bell? Dominic Mysterio with the biggest smile on his freaking shit-eating face. So this ends up leading into them being in the ring, Penta getting the hammer away and swinging it at Dom, hitting Rusev square in the forehead with it, and then Dom tossing Penta into the turnbuckle, like the post. He's
hmm,
out. Dom hits the frog splash and wins. And this is the thing I've loved the most about watching anybody go against Dom is how creative Dom has been in all these matches to cheat to
yep,
win.
yep.
Every single one.
It's
And he's used some stuff from Eddie, but this ring bell thing, I don't think I've ever seen that done.
not that way. No,
Not that
I mean
way.
I've seen other ring bell things. You had you had a correct me if I'm wrong. I think The Rock had a spot with Mankind with the ring bell, but it wasn't like this. It was different. Um, but yeah, no, I mean that's what I love about Dom right now, and I think that's gonna and it leads into our countdown later. But I think that this is going to put Dom. Listen, I'm happy with all three of these guys being mid carders forever, and I know that's easy for me to say sitting over here. They obviously want to work, and they all could be world title guys. But these three doing just absolute good work and not having to worry about the world heavyweight title, in my opinion, are phenomenal. I would like to see that title move around a little bit more for these guys to make it a little bit more interesting. But I think Dom will be the first of these three to move on and be more in a world title picture.
Yeah.
Um, and before it's all said and done, I think all three of these guys should get a shot at some point. But this was a good match. This was
What
my
did you
favorite
rate it?
match of the night.
What did you rate it out
Five,
of 6? 5? I gave it
five.
4.5.
Yeah,
4.5. So we're right
yeah.
there with each other.
Yeah, it was my favorite match of the night. I know it wasn't your favorite match of the night, but it was mine. It was
Why
mine.
would that be?
No, I don't know. Maybe the next one. Go ahead, and I'm just gonna let you go. This is your
Jey
moment.
Uso versus CM Punk for the vacated World Heavyweight Championship. Edge of my seat this whole match. And when I said that last match hurt my mouth, I genuinely was like dabbing with gauze, like my bleeding. Okay, it was a rough one for me. Edge of my seat. A botched neck breaker by Jay is what everybody's pointing out, and that is the only smudge on this
Yeah,
whole match. That and maybe Punk's spear, but we'll get into that in a second.
yeah,
Um,
but that was an immediate receipt right there, man. that
it
was
was the
that was
kick to the back
immediate.
of the head. Yeah, he was
Oh,
pissed.
that was immediate.
This
That was
match
very
was
Shawn Michaels
dedicated.
esque.
Yeah, this match was dedicated to Punk's recently dead friend Duke. And
Yeah,
I thought his ring gear was awesome, by the way. The jacket
yeah.
and the shout out to the old Punk Nexus logo on the back. I loved it.
Well, and Duke Rufus Sports is gold and black too, and Duke Rufus Sports is out of Milwaukee. So I got a few guys that I know personally that were trained by Duke Rufus too. And so I know these guys have been going through it. One of my friends that I've known him, Jared McQuitter, I've known him since I was a kid. He was trained by Duke, and he just put on his old gold and black uh, training gear from him. So and I knew that Punk was trained by him. I know Anthony Pettis was trained by him. Corey Anderson, who's a guy that I knew from school, was trained by him. He's actually the I think light heavyweight and heavyweight title holder in PFL right now. Um, and a few other guys I think from my area were trained by Duke Rufus, and so shout out to Duke. That guy
Yeah,
is a legendary guy in the world of MMA. It was amazing to see Punk give honor to him and have his night. Sorry, go ahead. That's it.
and it's a little close to both of us too because we're both Wisconsin boys.
Right, right.
When you
And
get
Duke's
down
out of
to it,
Milwaukee.
yeah.
Yep.
Um, a GTS to Jay, but he rolled out. And
I
I
love that spot.
screamed, and
I
I know it was so good.
I
Go
love
ahead.
it every time it happens. Every time it happens, I love it. So
Just anybody's finisher, and then they roll out, and then you just feel the
yeah,
despair. Yes.
LA Knight does it so often, and he does it really well. And Punk is another guy who does it really well. And I always am just like, man, RIP to Seth Rollins, but him too. Seth Rollins does that very well. So
Yeah.
it's a good ring IQ moment for anybody when they do it. So to have Jay of all people, who was not known for his ring IQ by haters, is not known for his ring
I
IQ.
hate.
Uh, it's nice to see. It's nice to see him do something that is considered a great ring IQ move. So,
Yeah, and before I even move on, dude, I'm a
uh,
Punk fan, but everybody shitting on Jey Uso online. What are you guys talking about? You guys were the
look, I
same people cheering for him and going, "We want Jay, main event Jay." You're the same ones
yep,
yeeting in the crowd. What are you
yep,
talking about? Dude is solid in ring work. He's got the
hmm
fans wrapped around his finger. His entrance is the best in the whole company,
yeah,
probably in professional wrestling. Period. And he's got
yeah. Right now,
charisma.
yeah,
He's got charisma.
yeah.
Emphasis on the Riz. Charisma. He's there, dude.
I
Why is
listen. I'm
anybody
not.
shitting on him?
I am not the biggest Jey Uso fan in terms of in the ring, but I think the hate he gets is ridiculous. Like
It's
that's
bullshit.
stupid.
It's
Like
bullshit.
I I think of the main eventers, he's my least like talented guy of the main eventers in my opinion. But that's like saying like you're the dumbest Mensa scholar. Like you're still a Mensa scholar. Like you're still a main event guy. I'm just saying of those dudes, he's not the top. But that's not to be disrespectful. I think he belongs where he is. It's just he's still got some way to go in the ring stuff. But I do not think he should get the hate that he gets. So.
Isn't Mensa like a woman's thing?
No, Mensa's like a genius thing, man. They take like a test and you become like a Mensa scholar, and it's like you're supposed to, it's like top of the top. But like, there's gonna be some guy or some girl, one of the people that are the dumbest of the Mensa scholars, but they're still the smartest of
Yeah,
everybody else.
right.
You know what I mean? And like,
Yeah, no,
so
yeah,
even
okay, that makes
it's
sense.
it's like being last in your class at Harvard. Like, sure, you're last in your class at Harvard, but you'd be first 99% of the other places in the
Yeah.
world. So, you'll be okay.
I think I'm thinking of Menses. What is that?
I don't know. I
I
don't,
don't
you're
know
making
either.
shit. I don't know. I don't know what that
Anyway,
is.
Jey Uso hits a spear and a splash, and I came unglued. Like I was
I
not
thought it
happy
was
with
done.
that. And so did I. Punk kicks out. Punk hits a GTS, and then they did that bounce off the rope, land on the shoulders again. And this was
Yeah.
a great sold spot to me because Punk got up and he perfectly made it, dude, just perfect. Fell back and made it look like it was a botch. It was not.
Yeah.
It was planned because Uso gets him into the rear naked choke or sleeper or whatever you want to call it in wrestling. It's a rear naked choke.
Yeah.
And I was like, no freaking way is he going to beat Punk now with what he beat Gunther with to win the title. And then that's when we see Punk
The
get
Anaconda.
get into the Anaconda Vice.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh shit, he's going to win with a submission. We're going to continue this trend of like submission wins and
Technical
losses
wrestling.
with Jay for the
Yeah.
World Heavyweight Championship, but that didn't happen either. Jay ended up getting the rope. Um, where am I? Okay, yeah, I just said all that. I'm on the next page. Um, yep. And then Jay ends up getting the ropes, which I was kind of upset about. Um, Jay gets Punk into a GTS and hits it, but Punk responds with a spear that was. Eh.
It's pretty piss poor. I mean,
That's
that GTS was trash, but that spear made that GTS look like it was masterclass. So.
He did. And that's when Uso hits two super kicks. Punk drops to his knees, and this is where I was like, "But this is it. This is where like the fight is finally going to come to the end." Jey Uso runs across looking to hit a spear, and that's when Punk up kicks Jay right in the chin and hits two GTSs and wins. Finally, fucking
Yeah.
finally. CM Punk is the world heavyweight champion, and my dad even texted me. He's like, "I bet you're crying right now." I was like, "Shut up, almost."
Yeah, Marissa said, "How long before Tyler messages?" I was like, "This, we will not get very far into this." And then, sure enough, you sent the video to the group. Um, Look, I don't want to rain on this at all, but I will say a younger Punk would have picked Jey Uso up off the spear, not had to do the up kick first. I'm just saying, that would have been if he would have got if Jay, he would have just got up and pulled Jey Uso up. That would have made that spot
That would have been
even
cool
more
too.
amazing.
Or even
Yeah,
Jay tried to like jump, but like go for like a high spear at the chest, and Punk catch
right.
him midair.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
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 I mean,
okay,
a younger Punk could have pulled that off. A younger
yeah.
Punk, but this Cowboy Punk, this Second City Saint, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for you. I did not necessarily want to see Jay win this match. I didn't want Jay in this match. I'm a little frustrated about the fact that he was there. But I did miss the opportunity. I should have came out with a Second City Saint shirt today for you. But
Yes,
being now that I'm an Illinois boy, um, so
yeah,
uh,
yeah. You're in
you
his
know.
home state now.
I am, and I'll tell you what, man, this guy he's earned it. He came back. He what 3 years ago now? Was it 2 3 years ago? Uh,
2023.
2023. So almost 3 years ago. It was 2 years ago. Technically, it was what
Two
SummerSlam,
years ago, I think it was
2023.
2 years ago in November, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it was War Games. It was Survivor Series. Yeah,
War
that's
Games.
right.
Yeah.
Because it was in Chicago. So we're coming up on 2 years, and ever since he's been back, the guy's been putting in work. He's been putting people over. He's been. I mean, he's wrestling every. I mean, not every week, but essentially, he's
He's
wrestling a
on
full time
TV damn
schedule.
near every week.
Yeah, he's doing a full time schedule. He's put in the work, and I think he deserves what he gets. Now, I think he's got a laundry list of people he's got to beat up to cement his title run. But I think he deserves where he's at for sure.
Dude, I got I got upset for a slight second before we rate this match in the show. I got
Yeah,
upset because I went to Twitter this morning and somebody had a picture of Punk holding the belt, Jey Uso in the corner, by the barricade, and somebody wrote, "How do you rate Punk's title reign so far?" And I had to write in, I was like, "What? All 11 hours? What the fuck do you? What are you
right.
talking
Calm down, calm down. Did you see Jay's post though, where he put up the middle finger and he says, "You win." I think we're gonna get some interesting Jay
Yeah,
Uso drama coming
I
up.
think so.
So
What did you rate it? Because I think my star rating is going to surprise you. Because I think you think I'm going to give it a 6 stars, and I didn't.
I don't think you. No, I think you're better than that. But I think a 4.5. Um, Only because I can't put it above. I can't put it above that triple threat match. That triple threat match was my five. What does that say? 4.5.
4.5.
4.5, man.
Four
That's
and a half.
I'm gonna royal this. I'm gonna ruin the surprise. That's what I rated the show. I rated the show at 4.5. I thought it was a good, not
Are
great.
we best friends or what?
Yep. I mean, right now, yeah. Good, great, not legendary. I'll say it was a great
Yes,
show. It wasn't a legendary show. Good, not
great
great is a
show.
little bit underselling. It was a great show.
It
So,
was. I think
and
it's
it
one of
was
the best set, and not just because Punk won. I think this is one
that
of the
was
best Saturday night's main events we've had in the running so far. In what do you call it?
I
The reboot.
I am all in on the Saturday Night Main Event so far. There are four matches. They're quick. They're just like a special night. And I mean, we sat down as a family. I mean, as he wasn't here, unfortunately, but you know, the hug of three, the three of us, me, Marissa, and Etta, we sat down. We all watched it. Etta was into it. She was yeeting. She was doing. Who else did she do? She did. Hold on, give me a second. She did. Um, I think Cody's entrance she was doing. She was singing or
Oh
doing
yeah,
the stuff for her. So, I
CC gets
mean,
into that
it's
too.
yeah, it's fun. And so I think Saturday night main events are such a really cool opportunity for us who have kids, who don't want our kids staying up, even though it's a weekend. We don't want our kids staying up to 10, 11, 12 o'clock watching this
Right,
stuff. So to get it in and out in 2 hours, it was like what, 6 to 9 or 6, 7 to 9.
6 to 8.
Um, 6 to 8, yeah, 6 to 8,
To 8.
even better, right? 6 to 8 is awesome, and it's one of those things where you get four real good quality matches. They don't convolute it with a bunch of extra stuff that doesn't need to be there. We, you know, I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a great job,
Um,
and I
and
almost feel bad at 4.5. So
I have to add, this gives me hope for Cena's last match. The lack of commercials for once for one of these
yeah,
Saturday
true,
night main
true,
events. We didn't
yeah,
have match interrupting commercials. We didn't have, oh, here's a fucking 5 minute ad, a backstage interview, another 5 minute ad. Now we're going to get to the match. It's only going to be eight
yeah,
minutes until we go back into a commercial. It wasn't that.
yeah.
This was
No, I know
clean.
that for a fact because I was drinking water like it was nobody's business yesterday. I don't know what, and the dehydration hit me. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get some water at this commercial. I'm really loving commercials again. Because I was like, I'm gonna go get some water at this commercial. And it took forever to get to a commercial. I was like, man, I am parched. I gotta go. So yeah, no, it's good. Overall, 4.5. It was a good show. Hit us
Damn
with
good.
your news, man. Hit us
Um,
with your news.
and before we do this shot and move on to our dream matches, whatever we're going to
Are
call it,
we? You don't have any news? You're good on just dream matches?
just one. Somebody posted that Dave Meltzer says that WWE offered him a job and he turned it down.
I forgot about that. Listen, you asked me. He was said on X, do we believe him? And I think my response was five laughy faces, a lowercase no with a period, and then five more laughy faces.
Yeah.
Listen, that man is so delusional. There, I probably should bring this up, but there's a guy here in our town that is has been trying to open this restaurant for about 2 years. Okay. And it just becomes one drift after another. You know what I mean? It's just constant.
Yeah.
Everything happens. He was supposed to open up on Halloween. That was his big grand opening. And the day of, no communication on why he didn't open. You know what I mean? It's just like one grift
Yeah.
after another. You're like, eventually, you're like, someday the excuses are gonna wear out. You know, it's gonna be gone. Um, but I still think that Dave Meltzer is more delusional than that individual, right? Like that individual thinks I believe that restaurant will open before Dave Meltzer was ever hired by the WWE or even talked to by the WWE. Like it's ridiculous. That
Yeah.
is crazy.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. That's all the news I have. I get more into it, but we are dedicating ourselves to an hour or less show. We're trying to.
we're doing it.
And
Trying.
this was all about hitting Saturday night's main event, celebrating the one and only best in the world, CM Punk, and celebrating our wives for giving us shots that
Yeah.
they're gonna have. She's gonna have to listen to me talk and stuff after this. So I don't know why she picked like something that's 82.
Marissa's right here,
Yeah.
so she's up here. She's doing so. We're going. I got this thing this week for work. We're going out to Des Moines, Iowa. So if anybody's out there, let me know. But we're going out to Des Moines, Iowa, for this thing, Tech Games, that I'm helping out with at work. But we're all going, the whole family, and
Yeah.
so we're just gonna kind of make it a mini vacation and all that. So she's putting in some extra hours here. You know, she works from home, so she can kind of luckily she can kind of work a few hours ahead and around and stuff. So she's over
Oh
here
yeah.
hanging out with us today. This is the most of the show she's ever listened to. So,
Marissa, Cassie listens every Tuesday.
she listens every Tuesday, and I get messages. Marissa knows she's on those. She hears the messages that we get about the stuff from Cass. All right, here we go. This is her rum that I'm drinking again. So
This smells good, but I feel like it's deceiving.
yeah, well, it's rum, so it's not bad. But
Not looking forward to this.
here we go. Oh, that's disgusting. So listen, before we get into our thing really quick. Oh, that's gross. Um, so my buddy Shane,
Uh,
he told me, he texted me the other day. It was really random, but he was like, yeah, I never told you about the time I got kicked out of this golf course, and I was like, we're not gonna just skim over that. Like, I need to know about this because the last thing that either of us had been kicked out of was when him and I were in high school. We went to this place called Volcano Falls in Machesney Park, Illinois,
okay.
and we raised hell. We got in a lot of trouble that day. We were stealing the golf ball. It was a whole thing. But that was the last time either of us were kicked out of an establishment, right? We've been on the up and up ever since.
Okay.
So I asked him what happened, and he said, "Well, I drank an entire buzz ball." And I was like, "Grow up, lightweight." He was like, "No, the big one." And I was like, "Oh."
A Buzz Beach Ball.
So that Yes, a Buzz Beach Ball. So that is going to be. I need to prove to him that I can do that and not get kicked out of things. So I'm thinking one of these weekends coming up here, if I'm allowed to, I'm going to buy one of the Buzz Beach Balls and I'm going to drink it on the show. Preferably, maybe the day that I gotta look. Preferably, maybe the day we're doing the interview because I think that'd be fun.
That's next week, by the way. Next
Oh shit,
Sunday. Uh, I won't say who it is. I'm just going to give
that's
everybody a
okay.
hint. Uh, he goes by the best Phil in the business, and no, it is not CM Punk. So if you want to hashtag and look up who is going to be on the podcast next week, the
Well,
best Phil in the business.
it'll be fun. It'll
Yeah,
be
all right,
fun.
let's crack into one more and get these dream matches
Oh,
going.
I got my one. I only got the one. So, and I already opened my energy drink. So,
Oh, shit. Cassie will kill me.
all right. These dream matches. I'm excited about this, guys. We'll fly through these. We won't keep you very long. I don't think there's a lot of conversation that needs to happen with these, but we're um, We are going through 10 to 1 on just matches that we would have loved to see that either cannot happen or
Should
are
have
very
happened.
unlikely to ever happen or should have happened.
Yep. Can I
This could be
start?
the coulda, shoulda, woulda. This could be the coulda, shoulda, woulda
Coulda,
countdown.
shoulda, woulda. I like that.
Yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda.
All right, can I
Did
start?
you? Yeah, go ahead, man. 10.
Number 10 for me, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. Never happened.
Yeah, that never
Never.
happened. I'm shocked. That is, that's interesting. Yeah.
Allegedly, it's because
Neither.
Stone Cold didn't want to wrestle Hulk Hogan. He said that there was no need for it. Nobody's going to get anything out of it. And I kind of think Austin knew that Hogan would politic his way into winning and
Winning
not
that match. But I
not
also agree with
doing a
Austin a
favor.
little bit. I think it meant more. It meant more for him to fight The Rock than it did for him to fight Stone Cold. You
I
know.
agree. At that
Yeah.
time, yeah.
My number 10, which is not actually my number 10, is probably closer to my number one, but I just wanted to say it first. Father versus son, Eddie Guerrero versus Dominic Mysterio. I need to see it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that would have
Dom
been
is
great.
slowly transforming himself into the Eddie Guerrero, what we could have had, lie, cheat, steal. And I think he is doing an absolute marvelous job. This is definitely a Marissa pick too. We picked this one together. But
That would have been
Eddie
great.
versus Dominic. Eddie versus Dominic would feed families, man.
My number 9, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Brock Lesnar. And I'm not talking Brock Lesnar 2002, when he's
Right.
the.
This
I'm
one.
talking Brock. This one, this Brock
Yeah. Yeah. I'd
versus
agree with that.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I wouldn't have liked him back in the day when he was super, super, super dominant. That wouldn't have been it for me. But this version of Brock Lesnar, this is a little bit more Steve Austin level. That would have been fun. Yeah, that would have been fun.
I think I still think that Austin wins, but I think it takes 5 Stone Cold Stunners to win.
Unfortunately, that's a shirt I need to make. I need to get that shirt done. Now my next three are actually tag teams, all three of them. But
Oh wow! I didn't even know tag teams were
yeah,
an option. Shit.
no, sorry about it. I should have been more clear.
I just did one-on-ones. I
I
would have done
definitely,
triple threats and everything in here. Fuck. Hey,
I yeah,
another episode.
another time. We'll have another opportunity at this. But this one I did the Steiners versus the Creed brothers. I would pay good money to see those two teams go against each other.
Oh, what clashing styles! Like not even clashing, like
They
perfect
worked. I
parallel,
mean,
perfect
yeah,
man.
they're that's four wrestlers and it's four big, strong, beefy dudes who do really cool athletic shit.
Oh
So
man, that would have been
that
good.
would have been awesome.
All right, my next one: 1980s Hulk Hogan versus 2010 John Cena.
I'm glad that you're doing eras here. I like that. So I think that that's important. I think that's important to say because I did it for a few of these, where I had to be specific about when we were talking about these
Yeah,
matchups happening.
'cause it'd
So,
be cool. It'd
um,
be cool if when Cena and Hogan were in the company at the same time, like. But it just in my
yeah,
mind, I want to see I'm the face of the company versus I'm the face
you
of the
were the face
company.
of the company.
Who
Yeah,
is the true face? That's what I want. That so
yeah.
in my mind, that's what that was. Who's the real Superman
No, I'm
and
with that.
who's
I
true
like that. I
Bizarro?
like that a lot. Yeah, and then if you want to add a triple threat to it, eventually you add Cody to that if he holds up the career that he
Exactly,
should
and
have.
that's
So
if I would have known, dude, because
I'm
Cody
sorry.
would have won
I'm
the other.
sorry. Change it now. Change it now while you're doing it. Just change it on the fly.
Cena,
Nobody knows.
2010
Nobody
Cena
knows.
versus Cody Rhodes right now versus
Yeah.
late 1980s Hulk Hogan.
There you go. See?
Who's
Nobody
the
knows
face?
any better. Just
Who's the
say whatever
face?
you want. I can't see your paper. Nobody sees your paper. My number
I can
eight,
show
the
everybody.
Usos versus the Usos versus the Wild Samoans. For obvious
Whoa.
reasons. I think that would have just been fun. For obvious
Yeah.
reasons.
Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna headbutt anybody because it's not gonna do anything.
No, that's a non. That should be, that should be the stipulation is that you have to win on a headbutt.
Dude, that should be one of our shirts. You should make a shirt that says "Never headbutt a Samoan."
I'd be happy to make that shirt. Yeah, yeah, I'd be
Make that
happy to.
shirt and then just put our
I
little
but
kayfabe marks
but
in the
I'm
bottom.
thinking I just saw a group on one of the TikToks that we follow, another podcast that they have a merch store. I'm thinking we need to go ahead and actually start having other people make these shirts. I just come up with the ideas and the
Yeah,
designs and then we have them print it and we can have people buy it.
Put it this
because
way:
that would be a
come
good one.
come February, this is going to be a real thing because I am coming into good funds in February,
Yeah,
so we're actually going to be able to move our business along quite a bit,
we'll talk about that.
especially
Yeah,
merch
we'll be all
wise.
right.
So,
Who you got
yep.
for 7?
Seven, and I had to Google and everything to see that this match never happened.
There's a
But
couple that I've had to do that for too. Yeah,
um, uh, and I'm talking. No, AJ Styles has never been out of his prime, so I can't even say prime AJ Styles. And same with Kenny. But
but you
AJ
can,
Styles
but you can.
versus Kenny Omega never even happened in Japan. It's never happened. How?
I don't know how that's never happened, and that is one of the ones that I hope someday will still happen. I think those two dudes could still put on a hell of a match. I know AJ's going to retire, but I do hope I hope maybe it's just a WWE retirement, and eventually he can do some other stuff. That's a good match. I like that one.
I think he's a man of his word, dude. I
AJ
think when he's
versus
done, he's done. He's gonna
Kenny.
pull us in that. When he's done, he's done.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
All right, who's your seven?
All right. My number 7, this is my last of the tag teams, is the Street Profits versus the Dudley Boys. I think that would have
Whoa,
just
and that
been
could have happened. That could have
it could have,
freaking happened.
it could have, but that now that the Dudleys hung it up, and I actually said this when we were making the list. I said now that the Dudleys have officially retired, I can say that this is a fantasy matchup. That would have been so good, so good, and I would like to see a prime Dudley Boys versus Street Profits right now. So good,
Yes.
so good, so good.
Um. All right, my number six is one that is gonna shock you because they were parallel their careers, same time. Uh, Obviously, one passed away and one ended up going on longer. But Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels never happened.
That is shocking. The fact that that's never happened. Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels never
Never
happened, is
happened.
what you're telling
Not
me.
one time. No. Isn't that wild? How
That's
great of a
crazy.
match would have that been? And
That's
I don't care
crazy.
what era of Shawn Michaels you pick. I found
Yeah,
Jesus Shawn
yeah.
Michaels,
Or
the
Eddie.
ex Shawn Michaels, uh,
Doesn't matter.
late
Doesn't
'90s
matter.
Shawn Michaels. I don't even know what you call late or mid '90s to late '90s. The Heartbreak
The
Kid
the
era.
yeah,
I don't know.
Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, Heartbreak Kid era. Sexy Boy era. Sexy Boy.
Sexy Boy era. Yeah,
Uh, um.
never
Wow,
happened.
that's so good. That's so good. I didn't know
And
that.
I would
Oh,
love
that's good.
Latino Heat versus. Honestly, I think he did his best work as I Found Jesus Shawn Michaels. Latino Heat versus I Found Jesus Shawn Michaels.
That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And I thought my number 6. I thought that number 6. First of all, I think my number 5 is going to steal the show, but number 6 is one that I'm really excited about, and that is Braun Breaker right now versus Prime Rhino.
Wow. Oh man. Gore versus the Spear.
Gore versus the Spear, and
I
that
think
Gore,
Braun wins though. I think Braun wins. The Gore was brutal, but
maybe.
Braun's 23 miles an hour is fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, just think about those two. Like the Gore was nasty. And I
That
and
was
I
the
was thinking about throwing Taz. I was thinking about throwing Taz in the mix and a couple others because I really enjoyed them. But that Gore was nasty.
yeah. That's a good pick.
That's
You need
yeah.
to TikTok that one and tag Rhino in that because I think he would be
Well,
very
we'll see.
flattered.
We'll see. I'll let you pick. I'll let you pick when we're all. As a matter of fact, no. We'll let Cass and Marissa pick who should be the TikToks. We'll do two TikToks from our countdown. Marissa can pick of my list, and Cass can pick of your list. Which one would be the best one to throw into a TikTok? But I got some other ones on here that I think may even be
Oh,
better than that one.
my number one is yeah, trust me, my number one. But
It's
number five,
we're good. Yeah.
number five got teased at us. I think in 2019 or 2020, but it was AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels.
Oh, that's so good.
It got teased.
That's so good.
Remember? Like there
Yeah,
was stuff all over
I do.
Twitter, or it was Twitter at that time. But and AJ was even feeding into it. Like, come on, Shawn, come out of retirement. You know you want this match, and everybody thought it was gonna
Yeah.
happen. It never happened. But imagine a
And then we
prime
got that.
Shawn Michaels versus I don't give a shit what era you pick AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Dude,
I the
magic.
biggest issue with that was, and then right after that we got the DX versus the
Brothers of Destruction.
Brothers of Destruction, and that was so bad. That was
So
so bad.
bad. And I felt bad for all
I would
four
have
of the
liked to
guys.
leave that as a fantasy pick.
I felt like in my heart, dude, I just hurt. And not even because the match was bad, because, I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't terrible.
It was so bad.
it was definitely like bad, but
It wasn't
I
as
mean,
bad as it
it
wasn't as
wasn't
bad as
some of the
Taker
shit I've
versus
seen like
Goldberg.
on the indies, but it wasn't good.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's just like I just saw four people from my childhood that I've looked up to my whole life shit the bed. Man,
yep,
and from that point on, I thought Saudi Arabia was cursed because then we had Goldberg versus Taker,
yep.
uh, cursed.
Well,
We had many
yeah.
matches cursed over
That's
there.
because they're trying to do what we just did, but for real.
Yeah.
Like they're trying
Oh
to
yeah.
yeah.
Titus
So,
O'Neil
all right,
tripping into the greatest Royal Rumble. Like,
that
dude,
was so
I just
funny
thought
though.
Saudi
That
was
was so
cursed. I
funny.
really did.
Yeah. My number five is probably I don't. It's up there in my favorites. This could have been in the running for top. Macho Man Randy Savage versus LA Knight.
Oh, Cassie's gonna be so
Those are
pissed
two
at
under.
Macho
Those are
or
two
LA.
underrated workers, man. Think about those two who just never make mistakes. Neither of them. Oh my goodness, that would have been so good. So good.
Damn, dude. Even Punk versus Macho would have been crazy.
Yeah, sure. And I don't even have Punk on this list, and it's a tragedy that I don't have Punk on this list, but I couldn't find somebody to dance with him that like I really because I don't know Punk's career like you do. So it was
Right.
harder for me to find somebody to dance with him. But Macho Man versus LA Knight, that one feels so good. That one feels good.
Are you ready for this one?
I am.
You might want to take a sip because you're gonna
Okay.
be upset
Hold
that
on.
this never happened. Mick Foley versus John Moxley.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Foley versus Moxley. I'm more mad that I didn't come up with that myself.
It got
Oh,
teased years ago. I want to say like 2015 or 16 because Dean Ambrose spit in Mick Foley's face, and it's only caught on like a really shitty like smartphone at the time of them like
yeah.
getting at each other, and nothing ever came of it. And I think Mick went on to say something about he couldn't get medically cleared or something was hurt or something else or another, and it never lined up. But they were building this up on their own out at like a
That
signing
would
or
have been
something, and just to think about
yeah.
Mick Foley like and if I had to pick Mick Foley, like craziest, like for me era of I'll do anything is like 98. I would take like 98 Mick Foley and Moxley right
Boiler room. Boiler room Foley. Yeah.
now. Yeah, I would take
Pulling
Foley
his hair
then and
out.
Moxley now.
Yep.
But I swear to God,
That's good.
If Mick could get cleared tomorrow, I still think this match would be good today.
Absolutely. But I need Mick to not do that. I need him to just take, just go away, man. Like, not in a disrespectful way, go away. Just go be happy. You've done enough.
Christmas is
You've
around
done
the corner,
enough.
Mick. You got to start dyeing the beard white. It's Christmas is around the corner, Mick. Don't no
You've done
thumbtacks.
enough.
You're talking gumdrops. No thumbtacks.
Uh, I've been really into like reminiscing over my youth. Mick Foley is one that I do not want to bring me back to my youth. I want him just to be happy. Just go be happy.
Yeah,
Um,
I
my number
love him to
four,
death. I really do.
my number four is I need a Roman versus Rock, but in their prime.
Oh.
I need, I need a 2022, mid bloodline Roman versus mid corporation Rock. I want
So
just
99 Rock versus 2022
oh,
Rock.
I want just absolute top of the line Rock versus top of the line Roman. I need
I
a
would argue
long build
that
up.
Rock in 2002 was better
I'll take it. I'll take 2002 Rock.
in ring
I will take
wise,
2002.
charisma wise.
Yeah, I'll take
He's never
2002
been
Rock.
bad
Who
or great. He's never been bad. He's always been
the
great. But I think his
the
in
Rock
ring
had
work
such a
when he
short.
slimmed down after the Scorpion King, that was the best. He was in the ring.
Yeah. Well, Rock had such a short like true run that it almost feels like his whole career was his prime. So like
It's
I
true.
would take almost any of like his main run Rock, but uh, I want Roman Tribal Chief versus Rock. I'm the People's Champ. I want People's Champ Rock versus Tribal Chief Roman,
Not
and
final boss versus
just
Roman.
No, not Final Boss. I don't want Final Boss. I want People's Champ Rock versus Tribal Chief Roman and Babyface Rock, heel Roman, and let
Yep,
it just go.
that'd be
Let it
wild.
go. Oh,
Oh,
for a full year. I wanted to go pillar to post. I'm talking like
promos every
Backlash to
week.
Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
A
want a
year
pillar
long
to
build up like
post.
they did with Rock and Cena.
Yes, Rock Cena long, but have them both be there all the time, chomping at the bit,
Oh,
but just missing each other, just missing each other, just missing each other, and then have it blow up at Mania. Oh man,
be
that would have
so.
been so good. But always chirping at each other in the back. You know what I
Oh hell
mean? Like so,
yeah! That's how
like
Rock and Stone Cold were. It was always. It didn't
yep,
matter who was going against who.
always
They always
chirping at each other.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You like miss, but every promo kind of had a little shade towards them, but you weren't directly talking. Oh yeah, I need that. I need that. So that was
Like
my number four.
speaking of that, like, did you know that what pissed The Rock off the most about Stone Cold Steve Austin is Stone Cold Steve Austin always signs his stuff Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then he puts a big number one, and that's what pissed off The Rock is because
That's
Stone
fine.
Cold always put a number
Yeah,
one.
and that's I need Roman to be in that Stone Cold Steve Austin slot essentially. I think would have been money. So all right, who's your number three?
My number three has always shocked me since I was a kid. As an adult, I can't believe it never happened. And then, you start thinking about it, and you got two guys, two egos. But this is The Rock versus Shawn Michaels never happened.
No, get out of here. That never happened.
Not one time. The Rock versus Shawn Michaels has never happened.
I get it though. I get no. Neither of those guys were working for the other. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy that that
that's
never happened. I mean,
that's
I'm
my
sure it's
number three.
happened. That happened in like tags and other stuff, but it just never happened 1v1.
Never, never.
Oh my goodness. Because I'm pretty sure Rock and Sock Connection went up against Triple H and Shawn,
No,
but
nope,
no.
no. I'm
Oh
not even
man.
sure that they shared a ring together their whole career.
So we're gonna
Maybe
mark this.
Nation
I
of
want to find out.
Domination and DX. Maybe somewhere in that.
I don't even know. Then we're gonna find out though. We're gonna do a little research on that. We're gonna find out. But that's either way. That's crazy. That's crazy to hear about.
Yeah.
All right. So my number three. My number three is my only women of the group. I wanted to add more. I just find it hard to. I found it hard to match. Eras because with the women you just really didn't have in the early 80s and 90s and 2000s. You don't have what you have today, so it's
No.
hard.
Right.
But
It is very hard.
uh, what I think would be the greatest, and it was really hard for me not to put Rhea Ripley in this spot, but China versus Jade Cargill, with her coming off that victory, being women's
Oh
champion. I think it would be so much fun to have those two go up against each other.
shit! China versus Rhea too would be.
That would be great, but I think Jade matches her a little bit better. Rhea is a little bit different. I think Rhea versus like an Alundra Blaze or a Bull
Bull Nakano.
would be great. Bull Nakano would be great.
Yeah,
But China and Jade just kind of match up to me, like just
I
power
get
for
that.
power,
I get
just
that.
run
Yeah.
it, run it. I think Jade could beat up a dude, no problem.
Oh fuck
Like
yeah.
if they put Jade in there with some of these guys, I think she would throw them around, no problem.
Oh easy. My number two is an obvious one. It's obvious. I'm sure people have been yelling at their phone, TV, uh, movie screen that I watch in my living room, whatever people watch, your computer. Undertaker versus Sting, and I want Ministry of Darkness Undertaker versus the Crow Sting.
I didn't even consider that, and I thought about Sting, and I thought about Undertaker, and I thought about where to put them, but I didn't think to put them up against each other. So it's interesting you said that because the way you were describing it, I thought it was going to be my number two pick. I would love to see Undertaker versus Sting, but not my number two. Shawn Michaels versus Seth Rollins.
Ooh, okay. Oh wow, yeah,
Those
that would
two
be
would
good.
put on. They'd put on a show that I don't think. I mean, you had you had Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon. You had Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. You had
Oh, yeah.
all Shawn Michaels versus Stone Cold. You had all these great Shawn Michaels matches. I think Shawn Michaels versus Seth Rollins would be better than all of them,
Oh my god! And for that matter,
including
Shawn
Undertaker.
Michaels versus Dolph Ziggler would also be great.
Yeah, no, I agree with Dolph Ziggler. I think
Seth would
that
be
Seth
better,
Rollins is just a higher level, than
a
Dolph, and
higher
that's no
level.
disrespect to
Yeah.
Dolph. I
No,
think
no, no,
Seth's
no,
the
no.
best in the world right now.
I
You know what I
think
mean? So
comparing skill sets and move sets, uh, Sean and Dolph would be like
right,
super kick
yeah,
versus super kick. But Seth
but that
versus
mind.
Sean, they're gonna take each other to a whole new level.
Oh man,
Both of them.
you saw Seth. Seth got hurt doing a coast to coast. Like Shawn versus like Shane McMahon was money. You know what I mean? So like that kind of stuff would have been money. I'm thinking like you got somebody who's willing to do a coast to coast flying headbutt versus a guy who's willing to literally dive off a cage with an I mean like Shawn. Oh my goodness, it would have been Shawn versus Seth would have been honestly the showstopper to me. My number one is like a matchup that I think would just been incredible, but I don't think it would have been as box office as that. I think Shawn versus Seth would have been box office.
I think Shawn Michaels or Seth Rollins could have a match with a blow up doll, and you wouldn't know who's gonna win.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Right. My number one, and people can go to YouTube. I urge you all to go to YouTube so you can feel the pain that I do for promos with this wrestler, Jim Ross, and this wrestler teasing a match that never came to fruition, and even one of the wrestlers going on and continuing to feed into the madness. And that is my two favorites of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk. And there are promos with these two talking about WWE 13 on Xbox 360 and PS3. There's Stone Cold went so far as to just start making YouTube videos talking trash to CM Punk. He like grabbed a toothbrush and toothpaste. He's like, "You see this? This is for those yellow chiclets you call teeth." And I just, oh my god, dude!
Oh man.
It should have happened. I wish Punk would have been in the company at the time because I don't think it would have been Stone Cold versus KO. I think it would have been Stone Cold versus Punk, and I think
I
it would have.
agree with that. And that would have I love Stone Cold versus KO, but Stone Cold versus Punk would have been nasty.
And
That would have been good. And the
in
mic
dark
work.
matches, it's happened kind of. Stone Cold has
Right.
come out and given CM Punk a Stone Cold Stunner. It's happened,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Stone Cold was
But
already
not
retired. He was just there to have a good time. He was there to promote something or just to pop the crowd or whatever. But I
yeah.
want fucking 99, 2000 Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk 2011.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. That actually makes me kind of second guess my number one. I still think this number one would have been incredible. I had to look it up too to make sure that these guys never went up against each other. But um, Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle. I
I
think
I thought about putting that one. But
I
yeah,
thought
Hart
of
was out of the company before Angle really made it to
Kurt.
TV.
Yeah, and I think that and I look at one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, arguably my favorite wrestler of all time, with the guy I hated the most. I loved and hated at times. Like I was a huge Bret Hart fan, and then I was like, man, this guy's boring. Like through life. But I became as I got older, I learned to appreciate the style of wrestling that Bret Hart did, and I
Yeah.
think him versus Kurt Angle would have been so good, and the build up would have been good and I mean the Canada versus USA would have been good, and
Oh,
just the Hart
especially
Foundation
now.
getting involved. Oh
Especially
my
now time.
goodness,
Canada versus
yeah,
USA. And it's not us. I'm wearing look, I got the maple leaf on my shirt right now. But
yeah,
I'm talking about the
yeah,
mass public that is obviously blinded by BS.
yeah,
Canada
whatever.
versus US. And then they could feed. This is the era that
Oh
they should have done this. Oh my God.
yeah,
This era, but prime angle and prime heart.
prime,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
prime for both.
Whoa, that would have been good. Oh
Right,
man, that would have been
I'm
good.
talking. Yeah, it would. I mean, I'm talking Kurt Angle when John Cena was coming around, but a little bit before that even. I'm
Yeah.
milk drinking Kurt Angle would have been so
Yeah.
good with Brett.
Kurt Angle with hair still.
Well, yeah, that's a oof. All right, man, that was fun. That was fun, and we're a little over, but we're still right around our time. So
Hell yeah.
you want to hit them with our
Yeah.
stuff and with your stuff.
Um, we were not able to record a True Crime on Tap this weekend because Cassie has been sick. So we have 2 episodes written. So maybe we'll hit a doubleheader next week. True Crime on Tap. It's on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple iTunes, Amazon Music. It's everywhere. And then for this podcast, if you love wrestling and you love anything to do with wrestling, we're at kayfabe.marks on TikTok. We are at kayfabe marks pod on X. We are at, what the hell's our email again?
Kayfabe Marks Pod at myyahoo.com.
At myyahoo.com. And I am at Twitter or X. I'm just going to call it Twitter. I refuse to call it X. I'm on Twitter at kayfabe Tyler. Yeah.
And let me
It's
just really
kayfabe
quick.
Tyler.
It's just kayfabe. It's just kayfabe marks at myyahoo.com.
Kayfabe
And
Marks.
I'm on Twitter/X, whatever you want to call it, at kayfabe Adam. And we have our kayfabe marks pod also on Twitter, X, and TikTok. So
Yep, and
um,
we're on Instagram too that Cassie runs.
hmm
What is the Instagram? It's
yeah,
just kayfabe Marks, isn't it?
sure, yeah. If you look up kayfabe marks, you'll find us on there.
Yeah,
So
you'll find us. Marissa's got to make that Facebook still for us.
I know. She's just over here doing work and stuff, trying to provide for her family, but she really needs to hurry up and get on that Facebook. So
You need to help us with our
um,
dream, Marissa.
she can't hear you, thank goodness, because otherwise she'd be yelling back. Um, so she's had to hear one side of this podcast for the last hour, and I cannot imagine it's been entertaining whatsoever for her. So
That's wild.
um,
We
yeah,
released an
so.
episode one time where it was only just you until you fixed it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was hilarious actually. And honestly, I thought it was probably going to be our best performing podcast if we
Oh
would have
my!
just left it how it was. If it was just me talking the whole time, I think we probably would have done very well. But you guys have been awesome. We've been getting tons of views on Spotify, tons of views on YouTube. I've been putting out YouTube shorts too for us.
Yeah, the
We've been getting
YouTube
some
short's
really
been
good
getting
views there.
comments too.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So, we'll keep going. And I think next week when we bring a guest on, we have some interview, we do some questions, we do that wheel, and we have a good time with that. And I got a thing to send you. I don't know if you've ever heard of Drink Champions. It's these rappers and DJs. They bring in other rappers and stuff, but they do a really cool segment at the end of all of their shows that I think is like what we want to do.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it'll give you some ideas of that. I'll send it to you. But
Yeah, I gotta get a hold
but
of
yeah, man,
Phil
we're
this
gonna
week too.
yeah get a hold of them. We'll settle that in for the week and hopefully next week. And if not, we'll get somebody in here soon. Otherwise, you just gotta keep putting up with our ugly mugs. So, but as always, I want you guys to know that we love you, we care about you. If you're going through anything, reach out to us, reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, reach out to your support system. You don't have to fight any fight alone. Whatever you're going through, you ain't got to do it alone. You got somebody that'll be there for you. If nobody else will, we will. So reach out to us. I know that the winter months become hard when we start rolling back the time and things get dark earlier. You go to work in the dark, you come home in the dark. It gets tough. It gets tough for your mental health. It gets tough for your emotional health. So try to do what you can to reach out to people, to be with people, to connect with people, and try not to have that winter blues. You know what I mean? That shit's tough.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for real. And that winter depression happens.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, winter depression that happens very frequently in the states that we live in. Like, it's a serious thing.
Especially if you're from the Midwest like we are, man, it
But
gets
yeah,
rough. So, all right, guys, we
well,
love you. We'll see you next week.
Canada. All right, we'll see you guys.